What's up, Lawful lads and ladies? It's your boy, Lawful Lad, back with another mind-blowing video. We're diving deep into the wacky world of weird laws, the kind that make you scratch your head and say, wait, what? Did you know it's illegal to whistle in Canada on certain days? These crazy laws will blow your mind. We're talking about laws from every corner of the globe, from chewing gum restrictions to reincarnation regulations. Get ready to be shocked, amazed, and maybe even a little bit scared because some of these laws are seriously out there. All right, Lawful crew, first up, we're heading to the land of maple syrup and politeness. Canada, eh? Now, you might think of Canadians as super friendly and peace-loving, and you'd be right. But did you know that in some parts of Canada, whistling is actually against the law on certain days? That's right, you heard me correctly. Apparently, back in the day, certain towns and cities passed these laws to keep the peace and quiet on Sundays, especially around churches and residential areas. Can you imagine getting busted for whistling a happy tune on your way home from church? Talk about awkward. Next up, we're jetting off to Singapore, a country known for its cleanliness and order. This bustling city-state is famous for its strict laws and regulations that ensure everything runs smoothly and stays immaculate. And when I say cleanliness, I mean squeaky clean, spotless, not even a speck of dust kind of clean. The streets are so pristine that you could practically eat off them, though I wouldn't recommend it. So it probably won't surprise you that Singapore has some pretty strict rules when it comes to keeping things tidy, from hefty fines for littering to mandatory community service for repeat offenders. They take cleanliness very seriously. But get this, chewing gum banned! That's right, you won't find a single stick of gum for sale anywhere in the country. Yep, you heard that right. Since 1992, importing and selling chewing gum has been illegal in Singapore. This law was introduced to combat the problem of gum litter, which was becoming a major issue. The government decided to crack down on gum-related litter, which they saw as a threat to their pristine streets. They believed that by banning gum, they could maintain the high standards of cleanliness that Singapore is known for. They even have hefty fines for anyone caught spitting out gum on the sidewalk. These fines can be quite substantial, serving as a strong deterrent against breaking the rules. So if you're planning a trip to Singapore, leave your bubble gum at home. It's one of the many unique aspects of this fascinating city-state that visitors need to be aware of. Enjoy the clean streets and the orderly environment, but remember to respect the local laws. All right, fashionistas, this one's for you. We're heading to Greece, the land of ancient history, beautiful beaches, and a surprising ban on high heels. You might be wondering why a country would outlaw a popular fashion choice. Well, it all comes down to protecting Greece's incredible historical sites. Imagine thousands of tourists clicking and clacking their way through ancient ruins in stiletto heels. Not exactly good for preserving those delicate centuries-old structures, right? So, to prevent any accidental damage, the Greek government has banned high heels at certain archaeological sites like the Acropolis. It's all about respecting the past, even if it means sacrificing a little bit of style. Okay, Lawful Squad, this next one is a real head-scratcher. We're off to France, the land of romance, croissants, and a law against naming your pig Napoleon. You see, back in the day, Napoleon Bonaparte wasn't just a famous French emperor. He was considered a national symbol, and the French government took that symbol very seriously. So seriously, in fact, that they passed a law forbidding anyone from giving the name Napoleon to a pig. It was seen as disrespectful and insulting to the memory of the emperor. Now, I don't know how strictly this law is enforced today, but it's definitely one of the most bizarre laws out there. Hold on to your hats, Lawful legends, because we're about to dive into the pigeon-infested canals of Venice, Italy. Venice is famous for its romantic gondola rides, stunning architecture, and a serious pigeon problem. For years, tourists have flocked to Venice's St. Mark's Square to feed the pigeons, creating a feathery frenzy. But here's the thing, all those pigeons come with a lot of droppings. And I'm not talking about little bird presents, we're talking about enough pigeon poop to damage Venice's historic buildings and create a less than pleasant experience for visitors. So to combat the pigeon problem, Venice has banned feeding pigeons in St. Mark's Square. It's all about protecting the city's beauty and keeping things clean. Buckle up, Lawful fam, because we're hitting the Autobahn in Germany. This iconic highway is known worldwide for its stretches where there are no speed limits, allowing drivers to push their cars to the max. But while the thrill of driving at high speeds is a major draw, there's a lesser-known rule that could put a serious damper on your road trip. Germany's Autobahn is famous for its high speeds and lack of speed limits on certain sections. It's a dream come true for speed enthusiasts, but it comes with its own set of strict regulations to ensure safety. But there's one rule you absolutely do not want to break on the Autobahn and running out of gas. Imagine cruising at top speed and suddenly realizing your fuel gauge is on empty. It's not just an inconvenience, it's a serious offense. That's right, running out of fuel on the Autobahn is not only inconvenient, it's illegal. If you find yourself stranded on the side of the road, you could face hefty fines and even points on your driving record. Why? Well, it's all about safety. The Autobahn is designed for high-speed travel, and a stopped vehicle can create a dangerous situation for everyone on the road. Picture this. You're cruising down the Autobahn at high speed when suddenly you sputter to a stop in the middle of the lane. Other drivers, who are also traveling at high speeds, have to swerve to avoid you, creating a potential for serious accidents. Not exactly a recipe for a relaxing drive, right? The stress and danger of such a situation are why German authorities take this rule very seriously. Running out of gas creates a major hazard for you and other drivers, which is why it's strictly prohibited. The law is there to protect everyone and ensure that the Autobahn remains a safe place for high-speed travel. So, if you're planning a German road trip, make sure you fill up that tank, keep an eye on your fuel gauge, and plan your stops accordingly. A little preparation can go a long way in ensuring a smooth and enjoyable journey on one of the world's most famous highways. Get ready to be whispered at, Lawful listeners, because we're about to uncover a hush-hush law in Switzerland. Switzerland is known for its stunning scenery, delicious chocolate, and a ban on flushing the toilet after 10 p.m. You heard that right. In some apartment buildings in Switzerland, flushing the toilet after a certain hour is considered a noise violation. The Swiss take their peace and quiet very seriously, especially when it comes to nighttime noise. So, if you're staying in an apartment building in Switzerland, you might want to hold off on that late-night flush. Your neighbors will thank you for it. Attention, history buffs! Get ready to dive into one of the quirkiest laws from the annals of British history. We're travelling back in time to jolly old England for this next law. Picture cobblestone streets, grand castles, and knights in shining armour. Did you know that it's illegal to wear a suit of armour inside the Houses of Parliament in the United Kingdom? Yes, you heard that right. Now, you might be thinking, who in their right mind would wear a full suit of armour to Parliament? It sounds like something out of a Monty Python sketch, doesn't it? Well, this law dates back to the 14th century, a time when knights and nobles often settled their differences with swords and shields. It was a period of chivalry, but also of intense rivalries and conflict. To prevent any brawls from breaking out in the halls of power, King Edward II passed a law forbidding anyone from wearing armour inside Parliament. He wanted to ensure that debates were settled with words, not weapons. It's a law that's still on the books today, even if it's a little outdated. So next time you're planning a visit to the Houses of Parliament, maybe leave the chainmail at home. Hey there, Lawful gearheads. We're cruising over to Russia for this next law, and it's one for all you car enthusiasts out there. In Russia, driving a dirty car can actually get you in trouble with the law. That's right, if your car is covered in mud, dirt or grime, you could face a fine from the Russian police. The reasoning behind this law is all about maintaining a certain level of public decency and cleanliness. So if you're planning a road trip through Russia, make sure you give your car a good wash before hitting the road. Okay, lawful thinkers, get ready for a mind-bending journey into the world of reincarnation. In China, a country with a rich history of Buddhism and Taoism, reincarnation is a widely accepted belief. But here's where things get interesting. The Chinese government actually has regulations in place regarding reincarnation. Specifically, Tibetan Buddhist monks are required to obtain permission from the government before they can reincarnate. It's a complex issue with religious and political implications, and it definitely raises some interesting questions about the intersection of faith and government. And there you have it, Lawful Legion. 10 of the most unbelievable laws from around the world. We've journeyed from Canada to China, uncovered ancient decrees and modern-day regulations, and hopefully had a few laughs along the way. Remember, these are just a glimpse into the wacky world of weird laws. There are countless other strange and surprising regulations out there just waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. Which law surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more crazy facts. Until next time, stay lawful.